Hi, Chris. You got to tell us the story of Robbie in high school.
Oh, all right.
What was his first, when you first saw him as a freshman? What was he like?
Oh wow, I met him in algebra class. Him being a freshman, and I was a sophomore at the time. I honest to God, I thought he was like autistic or like
Down syndrome?
yeah, or pretty much almost a vegetable. Well, I'll explain that. There's like he was.
So
really,
did he go full on retard?
He was really deep in his shell before he really came out and actually talk to people. Like he would sit like right in the front row, never talk to anybody. He was always there first, so I never knew how he got there. I thought he was there in the class, just because they had nowhere else to put him. Like, and yeah, so he would sit there, never talk, and then this is why I thought he was like really retarded, because and not like bad, like making fun of him retarded.
Did you think he was kind of powdered hands retarded?
Yeah, like Down syndrome, like honestly.
He touched himself inappropriately in class.
Yeah, like I would like sit there and I would just watch him. Like every at least minute or two, he would like make this face, or he would just be standing still, and all of a sudden he would just go like an orgasm face. So that's what led me to believe, that he wasn't all there in his head, or he wasn't there at all. And then over time, like me and my crazy metalhead friends would sit there and we would bug him, like almost like borderline bully him almost. We would just like be like, "Hey Robbie, what's up?" And then he started coming out of his shell more. He would start talking, and then one day he comes like wearing this bedazzled AC/DC shirt.
A bedazzled?
I swear, it was all shiny, like one of those ones you get at Kmart.
Was it Shiny's Jeff shirt?
Almost. That was shiny.
But he's paid to wear it.
But and then there's another story where like.
Hey, I got a question for you. Is it true that you guys pulled the fire alarm and they never caught you? Because Robbie used to tell stories about how you guys would pull the fire alarm and you guys would build high-tech gadgets like James Bond.
Yeah, all the time. Like we would like pull, and in the middle of class we would jump out the window screaming, and we would get away with it because the teacher was so. Huh? He was so oblivious, and he was pretty lenient to begin with.
What about Robbie? Did he ever get into trouble?
He would try. He tried really hard to fit in with like me and my crazy friends.
Did he get into detention a lot?
No, not at all. He was a good boy.
Was he kind of? Why was he always after school? Was he a retard?
I don't know.
Did he just not do his homework?
I really don't know. That kid's a mystery. That kid.
He stayed to play Pokemon.
He did what?
He stayed to play Pokemon.
Oh yeah, that thing was like an attachment of his body. That DS.
Yeah.
He would be like balls deep, just like staring into it.
Riding the bus, and he would be like playing his DS all the time. He would get off at the same stop that I do.
Oh, another really funny story. Like before school started, he would come by, hang out with me and Paul, and then like he would bring out his DS, and we both bust him out, play like Advance Wars or something. He would like walk in front of cars and stuff, and then almost walk into people he had like this close to his face, and then not knowing he was standing in front of the stereotypical gangster, not just like one of those wannabe. This guy looked mean. Robbie straight up farts right in his face.
Farts?
Yeah, he was squatting. He was squatting, and then his ass is right in his face. All he hears, and then the gangster was like, "What the?" And he just screams out like hella loud. And then Robbie got so scared. The look on his face was priceless. And he just walked away. And the gangster guys go, "What the hell's up with that guy? I was gonna hit him, but isn't he retarded?"
Oh, yeah. Is he retarded?
Why is that like everyone's initial reaction? Okay, not the time that it was.
Well, you got a retard story?
No,
Robbie?
I don't. When he was crying in class or whatever.
Oh, they told you about that?
No, you told me about that.
Oh, okay.
Was that the day you tried to break my arm?
Yeah, it was actually.
No, it was a different time. It was in school in our algebra class. These like wannabe gangsters and stuff would sit in the back, and they would just throw stuff because they had nothing better to do. And apparently, like someone threw a battery, not just a AAA or a AA.
Wasn't that you or Edgar?
No.
You can be honest now if it was you guys.
No, I wasn't. I threw a battery, but I wasn't the one that hit him. It wasn't a AAA or like a AA. It was a freaking D battery. Yeah, I swear. It hits Robbie, and then this is the first time I have ever heard Robbie speak. He gets up, And he goes, "Who the hell threw this battery?" And everybody's all quiet. One of my friends in the back goes, hold on. You just hear in the background, "Robbie's getting laid tonight." And then a 5-second pause. He starts crying. I don't know why. I don't know why I don't know why that made him cry, but
Because he needs another battery to get.
Yeah,
I don't
you would
know.
think that battery would bounce off his hair or something.
Or get lost in
It
it.
wasn't the battery. It was right after he said, "Robbie's getting laid tonight." Awkward silence. Maybe about 5 seconds goes by, and he just goes. I can't even keep a straight face thinking about it.
Did he run out of class?
No. He didn't start running until he started like talking. You see, you would see him, a backpack bigger than him,
Yeah,
like
he was
rugged,
yeah.
and then all of a sudden, if you didn't like, you would have to like pay attention because if you would blink, all of a sudden you'd be like,
He would actually run with his
yeah,
from people.
running down the campus for no reason, running across jaywalking across the street, no reason. Oh, that kid's a character. I love Robbie. He's so cool.
Yeah,
So, any advice for people who have to hang out with a person like Robbie? Like, be nice to him. Throw bigger batteries at him, like
Yeah,
car
I would say,
batteries.
I would really say, be nice to him. But if they're like
A
really,
douche like Robbie?
yeah, really compulsive douches, you gotta
Robbie?
you gotta mold. He's really a character you'd have to mold and be really. You have to be a really tolerant person.
Luckily, we have Brandon. You're so tolerant with him, Brandon.
You're a
By
saint.
comparison,
To who? Me?
yeah, pretty much, and everyone else for that matter, for most.